अरहंत सिद्ध सुर उपाध्याय साधु सर्व अर्थ के प्रकाशी मांगलिक उपकारी है। तीन को स्वरूप जानी रागते भई जो भक्ति काय को नमाए स्तुति को उच्चारी है। धन्य धन्य तुम्ही से काज सब आज भयो कर चोरी बारंबार वंदना हमारी है। मंगल कल्याण सुख ऐसो हम चाहते हो मेरी ऐसी दशा जैसी तुम धारी है। हो मेरी ऐसी दशा जैसी तुम धारी है। So today we are going to start Dravya Sangra. Sri Nemi Chandra Siddhanti Dev, written by Muniraj Nemi Chandra Siddhanti Dev. Just a minute, let me put on the hands free. Yes. Before we move on to this discussion of this, I would like to clarify one point that we discussed in the last class about Nischay Ratnatraya and Vyavahar Ratnatraya. So, in Vyavahar Ratnatraya, if we are considering Nischay Ratnatraya, that is real point of view, three gems from the real point of view, then it is right belief, right knowledge, and right conduct. Now, along with this Nischay, there is a corresponding Vyavahar, which is called Vyavahar Ratnatraya. So, Vyavahar Ratnatraya could be again Samyak Darshan, Samyak Gyan, Samyak Charitra, Bhed, with divisions or with Rag. It could be also Dev Shastra Guru. And it could be also, no, these two perspective only. So Vyavahar Ratnatraya could be anything that is present along with the real point of view, three gems. Okay. So the attachment present in those situations along with the real point of view, three gems is called the Vyavahar Ratnatraya. So this was the clarification. Soumya said, what Soumya said was absolutely right, and we accept that.
So I didn't understand.
So in, I think, verse number 10th or what?
Yeah, I remember so that you had asked me that question. I had said from real and conventional point of view, they are the same.
No, from the real point of view, it is the three gems only, right? Right belief, right knowledge, and right conduct.
Yes, sir.
And from the conventional point of view, so whenever we say from conventional point of view, like the originally the thing is indivisible. For understanding it, we divide into so many subdivisions, right? To make it clear. So whenever we divide something which is indivisible, it becomes a conventional point of view. Okay. So from that perspective, when we are considering right belief, right knowledge, right conduct from the divisional point of view or from with attachment, rag sahit, okay, like then we call it as conventional point of view. In conventional point of view, three gems, we also consider Dev, Shastra, Guru. And the main part is the attachment present along with the real point of view, three gems. All kind of attachment is Vyavahar Ratna Trai. So, and those attachments are of auspicious kind only, of course, not the inauspicious one. So these two perspectives, real point of view and conventional point of view, goes hand in hand simultaneously. But while talking, we can talk one point of view at a time. So when something is being said from the real point of view, you must understand in your knowledge that there is a conventional point of view connected with it, and from that perspective, if you look at this thing, then you will have an overall picture. Okay. So getting to overall picture while discussing a particular point of view is the skill that we have to develop to manifest equanimity in all cases. If you are able to balance between real point of view and conventional point of view, if you are able to balance between 4 expositions, all these are way of presenting things, you know. So if you are able to strike a balance among the 4, then you will be manifesting passionlessness, equanimity, happiness. All these are the qualities of the soul that you are able to manifest. Okay. Then there is one another balance that is called Gyan and Vairagya. So Gyan is knowledge, and in that knowledge, the belief is inbuilt. Okay. Belief, knowledge is Gyan, and Vairagya is conduct. Okay. So if you have correct knowledge of something, at the same time, now I have a correct knowledge that if I put my hand in the gas, I will be burnt. So the next thing that will follow is that I will not put my hand. That is the decision we arrive through the knowledge that if I put my hand on a burning stove, I will be burnt, right? This is the knowledge. Now, what is the use of that knowledge? The use of that knowledge is that you will not put hands in that. Okay. So conduct, right belief, right knowledge, and right conduct are always together. Something could be said from the belief point of view, something could be said from the knowledge point of view, but as far as their presence is concerned, it's all there together. Only there is limitation in talking. So we might talk from one of the perspectives, but having said that, you have to understand in your knowledge that everything is happening simultaneously. Now, if you are able to do this, then you will realize that you are not either manifesting attachment nor aversion. That means you are absorbing whatever is reflected in your knowledge screen. Now, this is a very special kind of talent, you know, and this leads to passionlessness, equanimity, happiness. You will never feel tension, no depression, always happy, happy, happy. Okay. So our objective, this is called sadhana. Okay. So our objective should be to balance out in every moment of our life. And this is a practice. With practice, you will develop a perfection, and then it will happen automatically. Initially, we have to put in some efforts intentionally, and then everything happens automatically. If there is a slope, okay, and you are moving from the lower side to the higher side, and you are carrying a certain amount of weight, then definitely you have to put in efforts. But once it reaches the peak, and then there is a slope coming up, right? So then you don't have to put effort. Then it will automatically roll down on its own. So similarly here, we are putting efforts to create this balance. And basically this is a mindset, nothing else. It's a mindset. It's a mindset that I am a body. It's a mindset that I am a soul. Both are mindset. Both are based on your knowledge, based on your belief, based on your experience, everything coming together, and you are arriving at a conclusion that I am a body, I am a soul. Now, the person who says or who believes that I am a soul, he is enjoying, because soul's function is to know. But if you consider yourself to be body and the other alien dispositions that you manifest all the time, if you have oneness with that, then you will be always experiencing sorrow, grief, pain, you know. So this is the difference. Same thing appearing simultaneously, but it is our skill that we develop, that where you want to focus on, where you want to get connected to. Okay. This is our destiny. So whatever we are putting efforts right now is going to pay us not only for this birth, but in the next birth, and ultimately we get liberated. So this is something, this kind of knowledge that we are Right now, engaging in is something that's going to end our cycle of death and life, birth and death, birth and death. Okay. Cycle of transmigration. Yeah, Amitaji.
Rajesh bhai, when you said attachments, do you mean attachment to Devguru Shastra?
Auspicious attachment, all kinds of attachments, or attachments to Dev Shastra Guru, attachments to co-religionist, whatever, in terms of attachment to our Mandirji, attachment to our trust, whatever in terms of auspicious things only, right?
Thank you.
So aversion, there is no distinction. Aversion is all seen only, right? But in attachment, we have two differences. One is the auspicious attachment, another is the inauspicious attachment. So whenever we relate it with religion or three gems, it is always the auspicious attachment. Yes. So, so now you are clear with the real point of view and conventional point of view.
So,
Yeah.
for right faith, which is in the real point of view, the conventional point of view will be?
So right faith, no? So right belief. So right belief from the real point of view, what is the characteristics of a right belief from the real point of view? So Todarmalji has explained in Moksha Marg Prakashak, Vipreet Abhinivesh Rahit, without false understanding the nature of seven fundamentals. Okay. That is the right belief from the real point of view. Now, what would be conventional point of view? The same fundamentals with attachment, rag sahit. Okay. So if you are knowing the seven fundamentals with attachment, then it is conventional point of view. And if you are knowing it, if you are knowing the seven fundamentals without the false understanding, then it is a real point of view, right belief.
Okay.
So whenever conventional will come, either we are dividing the indivisible thing or we are attaching the attachment with it, connecting the attachment with it, then it becomes a conventional point of view. Otherwise, it is a real point of view.
Okay.
So both goes hand in hand. These are way of expressing things. This is not the nature of thing. These are ways of expressing things. Okay. So vrat, tap, all the rituals that we do are dharma from the conventional point of view. Okay.
Okay.
And the real point of view, the religion is to manifest passionlessness. Okay. So these are some of the statements, and in Jinvani, you will come across 99% of statements from the conventional point of view. All the three expositions, Pratman Yog, Charnan Yog, and Karnan Yog, the maximum statements are from conventional point of view. And in Dravyan Yog, you will have most of the statements from real point of view. Okay. So both happens, everything goes on simultaneously, but there is a limitation to the talk. Now again, from if we consider this 5 samvai, right? So any action to take place, whether it is happening because of the nature or because of the efforts or because of the instrumental cause or because of the right time or because of the destiny. It could be anything, right? But when we talk, we can talk from only one perspective. But as far as the action is concerned, it is because of all the 5 factors coming together. Okay. It is never a 4 factor, nor 3 factor, not a 1 factor. It's always 5 factors together. Only thing is that we cannot talk all the 5 at the same time. So sometimes we talk from the effort point of view, like everything we talk in terms of the right path of liberation. That is all from the efforts point of view. If the efforts were not in our hand, then we could have done nothing. So effort is in our hand. So that's why so much of preaching, so much of scriptures have been written by acharyas that you do this way, you do this way, you do this way. So you will achieve it. Okay, all the 4 other factors will automatically come to you, because other 4 factors are not under our control. Destiny is not under our control. Right time we don't know. The moment the things happen, it is the right time only. The thing that particularly happens is the destiny. And there is always an instrumental cause present in any action. So there, that also you don't have to go and find out what is the instrumental cause. Okay, it automatically appears when the action has to happen. And the last thing is nature. So nature is always present. So thing could have materialized, but it never materialized because other factors has to come. Okay, so out of 5 factors, only efforts in our hand. So the preachings are given to make the right effort in the right direction and the right guidance, and you will achieve all the other factors and your action will happen. So again, there is a balance here among the 5 factors. Okay, so the idea is to understand all these principles and create a balance in our life. Okay, in our daily life also, in our worldly life also, people do say that you have to balance it out. You have to balance it out in your relationships, you have to balance it out in your business, you have to balance it out in your job to have a very peaceful and blissful life. Okay, so this is the key to happiness. And everything whatever we understand for this purpose only, to create an equanimity. That means you are not manifesting attachment, nor you are manifesting aversion. So it automatically leads to vitrag. And you must have observed that list since last 1.5 years you have been in touch with Jinvani on a regular basis, or maybe earlier also you must have studied Jinvani. So it's a gradual process that is happening. As we know, as we say that inflation creeps in, gradually it creeps in. Similarly, this knowledge, so gradually the delusion is getting eliminated gradually, and the right knowledge is setting up gradually. By knowing the facts, by analyzing it, by coming at a conclusion, decision, this is what we can do intentionally, and everything else happens unintentionally. So good introduction that we did of Dravya Sangra. Now there is a controversy that who has written this Dravya Sangra, but PTST, from where this book is published, so they have a very clear understanding that this Nemi Chandra Siddhanti Dev is different from Nemi Chandra Siddhant Chakravarti, the one who has written Gomatsar. Okay, Gomatsar Jeev Kand, Gomatsar Karm Kand, Chapna Sar, Labdi Sar, and 5 books. Okay, so this is different. That Nemi Chandra is different. This Nemi Chandra is different. This Nemi Chandra Siddhanti Dev, never it is mentioned that it is Acharya, but the other one is Acharya. So the English book that I have shared, they have goofed up this knowledge, and they have understood that it is the same as the Gomatsar author. This is not the Gomatsar author. Okay. So this Nemichandra Siddhanta Dev was here in the 11th century, according to the Hindi calendar Ishvi 1068. Okay. He was a monk in the Nandi Sangh. The monks are identified by the congregation that they belong to. So he was a monk in the Nandi Sangh, and his guru's name was Vasu Nandi. And the Gomatsar author, Nemi Chandra Siddhant Chakravarti, he was an Acharya, and he was in the Hindi calendar, it is 981. So almost 90 years before. Okay, so 90 years before there was Nemi Chandra Siddhant Chakravarti, and this is Nemi Chandra Siddhanti Dev. Okay, so in the English book, you have got this book with all of you, right? You could see? No. This one, Hindi Dravya Sangra you got? from PTST, Pandit Todarmal Smarak Trust. This is the Vijay Jain, no? This is by author Vijay Ji Jain, no? Amita ji? Who is the author? So you have got Himali book from Jaipur?
So I don't order because I just take printouts from what you give me.
You've ordered, no?
No, sir.
You have not ordered?
I've
Why?
paid fees, but I think you give us these PDFs. Why?
That is true, but again, you could keep in your home the Hindi version, you know?
So, but I'm never going to read the Hindi version.
Never? Okay. But I think it's
Sir, I
available
got
in Gujarati also, it is available, I think so.
Sir, I got the one that says Dravya Sangra Praveshika.
Okay, so that is a different thing. So anyway, you
Sir,
manage with the PDF.
Yeah, sir, I have got it from PTST Hindi version, Dravya Sangra.
Yeah, because whatever English books are not there, they send the Hindi version, and that also you should keep, you know, because language is one part, and we want to know the nature of things. Even animals doesn't know English or Hindi or something, but still they manifest right belief. So the soul's journey is something different. It's beyond the languages, beyond the understandings that we have. Okay. So anyway.
Sir, we can't hear you.
Sir, I think you're frozen.
Sir, you're on mute.
Okay, now fine. So I think there
Yes.
was some internet problem here, my side only. Okay, so so when we read the Sanskrit version, then also you should learn a Hindi little bit. Okay, so no problem in getting the books, and you can refer always. Sometimes if you don't understand from English, you can understand from Hindi. Okay, so this Davya Sangra written by Nemi Chandra Siddhanti Dev. Okay. This has got 58 stanzas. Okay. And what would be the main discussion on this topic would be this book, particular very small book of 58 stanzas, 58 verse, and this has got description about 6 substances, 9 fundamental elements, and then path of liberation from the real point of view, from the conventional point of view. Then there is a description about the 5 paramistis. Okay, supreme beings, 5 paramisti means 5 supreme beings. And the last topic is about dhyan, meditation. Okay, these are the topics that are going to be covered in this scripture. If you want to write, the first verse is for Manglacharan. Then from 2 to 14, it would be Jeev Tattva. Okay, Jeev Tattva or Jeev Dravya. Verse number 2 to 14. Then from 15 to 27, it would be Ajeev Tattva. Then from 28 to 38 verse, it will be influx, bondage, stoppage, dissociation, liberation. All the balance 5 fundamentals. Then from 39 to 46, it will be path of liberation from the real point of view and conventional point of view. Then 47 to 49, it would be meditation, dhyan. Then 50 to 54 would be 5 supreme beings. And then again coming back to 55 to 58, it is again about meditation. Okay. So in this way, the whole scriptures is structured like this. This has been written in Arya Chand. Okay. So Arya Chand is the most popular among all the other available tones. And I will sing the Manglacharan for you and you can follow it up. I shared an audio clip also. Okay. There you can get the pronunciation right. And the Sanskrit scripture will also appear on the screen. So you can sing along by reading also, and you can have practice that also. Okay. Now, in this Arya Chand, there is a unique distinct style that in the first line, there will be 30 letters. There will be one partition after 12 letters, one pause coming up after 12 letters, and then 18 letters. Now, how do you count this letter? Okay. And in the second line, it will be 12, pause, 15. So first would be 30, second would be 27. Now, how do you count these letters in Sanskrit? Okay. And that I'm going to explain you. There are 4 points to it. You just understand it. So the choti E, okay, like in the first stanza, Jinvar, the word written, you can share the text also. Himali, I've made you a post. So Jinvar. So Jinvar, the G is called Choti E. So that is not counted. That is not counted as a separate letter. Go forward. The second rule is that next half letter is added to previous one and it counts as one letter. So davam, second word davam. So va is added to the, so it becomes 2 letters. And vam again becomes 2 letters because there is a dot above the va. So this is the second rule. The third rule is
this whole thing. Can you repeat the Jivam part 2? I didn't understand.
which one?
The first word.
Acha.
Yeah.
Choti E. Choti E is called like the word you can see Jinvar. Okay. So G, and you can also see the word Jivam. So the first G is Badi E. It is called Badi E because it starts from right and ends on left. And the Jinvar, that G is called Choti E because it starts at the right, left hand side and then it goes on, right? So you could make out between Jivam G and Jinvar G. Are you able to make out the difference? Jia?
Yes, sir. This is the second word you're saying.
So second one is not counted as a word because it is Choti E. The Badi E is always counted as a
Okay. got it.
letter. Okay. So in the word Jiva, how many letters are there? Jia?
3.
Huh?
Will
Only
we say
Jeev. Only Jeev. First one.
the body is there?
Ah.
Count
So how many total letters are there?
3, right?
3. Very good. 3. And how many in Jinvar?
Two.
Jinvar.
2.
Huh?
2. This is the second. The after.
Jinvar. Jinvar. So there are 4 letters.
4. So we won't count the.
Yeah. Okay. So this was the first rule. Now the davam. So you see the second word, davam. So the half va is added to the and it becomes 2 letters. Okay. So half letter would be always added to the previous one. That is the rule. Okay. The third rule is at the end, if the dot appears at the end, like davam. So va, above va, it is dot. so it would be spelled as M, ma. Okay. And if it is at the, if it is in the middle, okay, then it will be na. Like they win, N, okay, because it is in the middle, okay. They win the one also na, and the ma, one them, okay. So if the above dot is at the end of the word, it will always be spelled as ma, M. And if it is in between, then it will be spelled as na. Clear? Third rule clear with everybody?
Yes, sir.
And it always count as one letter, whether it is end or it is the middle. Above dot means one letter, okay. Then fourth rule is choti u not counted, okay. So now that is when it comes, I will explain you. Right now it is not there in the first verse. Now somebody, Himali, you tell me how many words are there in the first word? Jeevam.
So ja, e, va, ma, ja.
Total.
8.
Very good. Perfect. Jia, how many is there in Davam?
3, sir.
No, 4. Half va is added to the previous letter, so it becomes 2. And
Okay.
vam again is 2. So 4, right?
Okay, got it.
Malti ji, jin var vashen. How many? So above above her, there is a matra, which is again counted as a letter. Okay. So how much total?
So I'm not clear yet. So I'll listen to others and then understand.
Okay. Who will try this? Madhuji, how many are there in Jinvar Vasen?
So you said choti e is not counted.
Not counted, right?
Yes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yes, correct. 9. Okay. Jain. How many are in Jain Rekha? Rekha to must be knowing.
Yes,
How many?
sir.
How many?
3, sir.
3.
3,
Very
sir.
good. Correct. Now the last one is very challenging, even challenging for me. And that I would like to ask only Soumya only. Niditham. How many are there, Soumya?
Sir, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Very
6.
good. Now how you show me the breakup, how you got 6. Because it is choti e. So that is not
Yeah.
counted, right?
Yeah.
So
Then
how?
the second one alphabet, and then
Oh.
the is repeated 2 times, half and full. So that will be counted as 2. And then t is half, so it will be counted once. Then that will be counted once, and then ma, that will be counted once.
So that means 1 plus 2 plus 3. Is this your
1
formula?
plus, yes, sir. Yes, sir. 1 plus 2 plus 3, yes, sir.
No. Never it is 3. It is only maximum 2. Okay. So the half d would be added
Achha,
to
1 plus 3 plus 1 plus 3 plus sir, half.
2 plus 2 plus 2. This was
Yeah.
the
Okay.
challenge. So the
Yeah.
half d is being added to the previous letter. So ni has become 2 letter now. Technically it was 1, but because the half the has come from the next letter to the ni, so it is 2 now, right? And
yes,
then this itself is 2. Okay. Because the t and a t, so half t has come back to the second letter. Okay. So it has again become 2. And now t and the dot above has become 2. Okay. So it is 2 plus 2 plus 2. So this is 6. This was very challenging. Okay. It's never a 3 letter, only always 1, either 1 or 2 you have to count. Now, Next.
So just a question. What is the significance of counting these number of letters?
Because
What are we doing?
the pronunciation is based on that. So
Oh.
so acharyas have so particular about writing the scriptures that it will always be a mathematical kind of thing, formula. So the pronunciation, the pause, everything is so synchronized that you cannot have any mistakes, and that's why somewhere it is now, if you consider the first word, jivam, so the pronunciation is same for both, but again, here the full letter is written and there they have put a dot. So they are also very much space constraint is also there, and the pronunciation limitations are also there, and this letters limitations are also there. So this Arya Chand will always be like this, 30 in the first line and 27 in the second line. Okay. So this is the beauty of Sanskrit language. And now, Malteji, you try again. Devinda Vinda Vandam.
That is 1, 2.
No, 2. They is 2.
That's what I'm saying. They and matra is 1. So they. Va is another one. Choti e we don't take.
Right.
So
very good.
the is another one. And that bindi is another one. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Devind, for that it's 4. And what was the next word you said?
The full one. The first word, first word. Devinda Vandam.
1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 plus the 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 plus 4, 8.
No. Payal. The full word. Devinda Vinda Vandam. Yeah. Payal.
Would it be that's 2. That's 3, 5. The 6. Again 3. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
No, Pratibhaji.
11.
No.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 it comes to.
See, they is 2.
Yeah, they is.
Win is 2. Win is 2 again because a dot above were.
Yeah, so 2 to 4, 5.
Then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12.
Yeah,
so it is 12. Okay.
Yeah,
Once again, so how did 12 come? Once again.
So they is 2.
2 to 4.
Then win is 2.
Yes.
The is 1.
Yes.
Win is 2.
Devin.
Win, only win.
Oh,
win
yes,
is 2.
yes.
Then
Yes.
the is 1. Then 2,
Yes.
2. So 12.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
And now, who is left over? Amitaji. How much is one day?
It is 3, sir. 4, sir.
4, right. Absolutely. Jia again. How much is thumb?
2, sir.
Very good. So I think most of you have connected to it. Sawada. Himali. Not very simple.
So 5.
Very good. Sirsa. Payal.
4, sir.
Right. So now everyone is good. Okay. So now we will do the pronunciation of the Manglacharan. Jivam, Jivam, Dauvam. Pause. Jinvarvasena Jenali Dittham. Devinda Vinda Vandam. Vande Tam Sauvada Sirsa. Okay. So this is the pronunciation that will be there in every chant. Now I have sent an audio clip. Okay. You just go through it once if you listen, no? you will be very accustomed to this stone. This is called Arya Chand. Most of our things are in our Nokar mantra is in this Arya Chand. All the words in Samaisar, everything is in Arya Chand. Okay. Jivam Jivam Dauvam Jinvarvasen Janani Dittam Devinda Vinda Vandam Vande Tam Sauvada Sirsa. Okay. So this is how you should go. And then we will read the meaning. Okay. So English meaning we will read. Hindi meaning you can read as a homework. Plus the other scripture that you have got from Jaipur, Dravya Sangra, that also you can refer. Okay. As I said, the content is very simple. 6 substance and 9 fundamentals, 7 fundamentals. Okay. So these are the main topic of this scripture, and you know very well about 6 substances also and the 7 fundamentals also. Soumya, you also check about Nemi Chandra ji, okay, whether it is the same as the Gomutsar, because Vijay ji.
No, sir. These two are different, sir, as you rightly pointed. Yes.
Okay, fine. So all the Jaipur students are at one mindset. So Soumya's father is a scholar of Todermal Smarak Trust, first batch, 1967, I think, no? Right? 1967, Smarak was established, and then I think maybe 70 passed out. They are passed out in which year?
You're on mute.
You are mute.
Sir, classes commenced in 74 and he passed out in 78.
Okay, the first batch was in 78. So Pandit Abhay Kumar ji, Pandit Rakesh ji, all the stalwarts were there in first batch. Abhinandan ji, Jatish Bhai. So I think they were around 18 or something like, right?
Sir, 11 people were there.
11 people who have completed. Okay, fine. So, okay. So we'll read the English meaning only, and that is your syllabus. Now, there are some explanatory notes given. Mostly the references are from Panchastika, Tatvat Sutra and all. That is extra reading that you can do as a homework for better understanding. We will be only covering the original verse only. That is your syllabus. The first time we started teaching this in 2016, Swanubhuti ji conducted a class for the teachers for this particular Granth. And in 2 hours, he completed the Granth, the whole Granth in 2 hours. And that's why we are allotted 2 hours for this. But we will do it in 4 hours. Okay. So we want to understand in bit detail, but the content is not that we need to go into much details, because it's all 6 substance, 7 fundamentals we have covered many times. Okay. Right from starting from Balbodh, and then 7 fundamentals we have covered at many places. And still it's going to come again and again. In the 9th semester also, we will be again studying about 7 fundamentals. So that's one of the common topic of Jainism. So this is an invocation, Mangla Charan. Okay. Again here it is written Acharya Nemi Chandra, but actually it is Muni Nemi Chandra. Make obeisance, humble, always by bowing my head to that Supreme Lord Jina, Victor. Mostly it is being referred to as the first Tirthankar, Rishabdev Bhagwan. Why not Mahavir Bhagwan? Himali? Quick logic. Why it is being referred to as they are bowing to the Jinvar Vrishab? In Hindi it is written as Jinvar Vasen. So it is Jinvar Vrishab. So Vrishab is the first Tirthankar, Rishabdev Bhagwan. And why it is not Mahavir? Fast.
So because he's the first Tirthankar?
No, because this is written in around 11th century. Okay. So Mahavir Bhagwan was not there at that point of time.
Right.
No, sorry. Mahavir Bhagwan was there. But this is strictly, it's clearly written Jinvar Vasen. So Jinvar Vrishab. actually. In Hindi, it is Jinvar Vrushab. So if you have the other book of PTSD, there is a Hindi translation also available of the verse. So that also will help you, you know. So Jivam, Jivam, Davam, Jinvar Vasen. So Jinvar Vrushab. Okay. So the Supreme Lord Jina is Jinvar Vrushab, the first Tirthankar, who is instrumental in starting the Jain religion in this cycle of cosmology. Okay, this cycle. Okay, it was in the 4th era. Now we are into the 5th era. Okay, who has expounded the reality of substances. Okay, dravyas. Souls and non-souls. So when we talk of substances, there are only two major categories, that is soul and non-souls. Jeev, ajeev. Okay. So these two are substance elements and the other 5 are modification elements. Okay. Asrav, Ban, Sabvar, Nijara, Moksha are modification elements and these two are substance elements. So between soul and non-soul, all the 6 substances are covered. Soul is covered in soul substance and all the other 5 are covered in non-soul substances. So expounded the reality of substances, both soul and non-soul. That means expounded the reality of 6 substances. And who is worshipped by the congregation of the lords, Indras, of celestial beings. Okay. So, Devendro ke समूह से वंदनीय देविंदम Vindam. Devinda Vinda Vandam. Okay. So, if you have that other book, it will help you to bifurcate each word's meaning. Okay. Here it is given in a simple prose form, but there they have put in brackets the original word in Sanskrit and then the words in Hindi. Okay. So like Jain, Jinvar, Vasen. So Jain is Jin. Okay. And Jinvar, Vasen is Jinvar, Rishabh, Bhagwan. So like that. Jivam, Jivam. So one is Jeev and the other is Ajeev. Davam is Dravya. Niditham means Varnan kiya hai, has been explained. Okay. That is who has expounded the reality. Devinda Vinda Vandam. Devendro ke Samu say Vandaniya. Vandam is Vandaniya. We are bowing. Make obeisance. Okay, that is Vandam. And Devendra ke Samu means jo the king of the celestial being is Indra. Okay, and there are around 100 Indras, right? 100 Indras are there. So Devendra ke समूह से वंदनीय. Vande is again bowing. Tam is Pratham Tirthankar, first Tirthankar. Savada is Sada. Savada is Sada. Sada means always. Sirsa matlab nat mastak hokar. Bowing with both folded hands. Okay. So that is Namaskar. So now again I am repeating. I make obeisance humble always by bowing my head to that Supreme Lord Jina, Victor, who has expounded the reality of substances, souls and non-souls, and who is worshipped by the congregation of the lords of celestial beings. Okay. So in Manglacharan, in the invocation, blessings, we always bow down to the Dev Sastra Guru. Okay. Either it is Dev or it is 3 together, but this has been a practice and we understood why this is required from Moksha Marg Prakasa. Can anybody give me the logic why we do Manglacharan? first chapter, Moksha Marg Prakashat. We have read first chapter? Yes. So what was the explanation given? Why this invocation is done? Anybody, open to all. I know you may not remember because
So one point is that no, sir, without any obstacles, we be able to complete the
yes,
shastras.
yes, very good, very good. One logic is quite right. Other logic, second logic. Soumya.
When we bow, no, sir, ahankar apna nahi rehta hai, sir.
Ah, very good, very good. So when we keep above our head somebody, then automatically our passions are drastically reduced. And when the passions are drastically reduced, you could do something of great nature and something which is absolutely right also. Because when we have intense passion, we do all the wrong things. Okay. So these are the logics Todarmalji has given in the first chapter of Moksha Marg Prakashat. You have to read again and again, at least 3 times. I would suggest that you read 3 times everything, then only you might remember something. And now again, you can go back and refer again. Okay. So this is the practice that we follow. Like the last time we had a discussion on Vyavahar Ratnatraya and Nischay Ratnatraya. So then again I explored, okay, what is the truth, So it happens, always happens. So that's why I always recommend to keep books in your home at the very secluded place, dedicated place for Jinwani in your home should be there. This is our Jin Mandir, our home with Jinwani. This is the beauty of our home, that we have Jinwani at our home. Okay. So you can refer anytime. If you have the books in with you, you can refer anytime. Soft copy, there are a lot of problems, but those who are used to soft copies, I think they are fine. No problem with that. But I am not used to it, so I keep all the physical books with me. Jeev, so now in the second words itself, they are explaining about the Jeev Dravya, the soul, okay? And they have explained soul with 9 characteristics. Now, what are these 9 characteristics that you have to write down? Now, if you are having a physical book with you, you could write down additional things, or somebody also can do on soft copies also, because they have ways to add things to there. So these 9 points should be added, and these 9 points are going to be explained one by one in the next how many 10-15 verses. Okay, so that makes it very important. So the first point is Jivo. So Jiva is written in English, so this is the first point, Jiva. Now, who is a Jiva? So everything will be explained from 2 perspectives. From the real point of view, what is a Jiva? And from the conventional point of view, what is a Jiva? Okay. So the first characteristic is Jiva. Okay. Is characterized by consciousness. So consciousness is second point. That is concomitant with upyoga. Now, concomitant is a word that means associated, accompanying. Okay. In Hindi, we call it as avinabhav. Okay. Concomitant with upyoga. So consciousness and upyoga are both synonymous only, and they both are connected also. Upyoga is in Hindi, consciousness is in English. Okay. Consciousness is Chetna in Hindi. Okay. With Upyoga. Upyoga is active consciousness. So Upyoga are of 2 types, perception and knowledge. Okay. Third point, it is incorporeal. Amurtatva, the one which lacks 4 qualities of matter, spars, ras, gandh, varn, is called amurtik. What is amurtik? Amurtik is a substance which does not have spars, ras, gandh, varn. Okay. So spars, ras, gandh, varn. Spars is touch. Spars, ras is taste. Varn is color. And spars, ras, gandh. Gandh is smell. Okay. So these are four fundamental attributes of matter. Okay. So the one which is not having these four is called amurtik, incorporeal.
Sorry, so you said no touch, no smell, no color.
Taste and color.
Okay.
So in Hindi, it's a very common term. Spars, ras, gandh, varn. Okay. Gandh is smell, varn is color, spars is touch, and ras is taste. Okay. So is incorporeal. Okay. A casual agent. Casual agent is number 4. Karta. Karta is doer. So some of the words are very vague, but we will also be telling you the correct words. Okay. Casual agent, it means doer. Karta. Coextensive with the body. Coextensive with the body means sahade praman. Okay. So your soul is in your body only. It is not beyond our body. Okay. So our soul is in the shape of our body. Supposing your height is 5 feet. So your soul is also 5 feet. Okay. Slightly less. So similar, if one is in an elephant birth, so his soul will expand that much. And that same soul in the next birth will become an ant. So it will again what you call? Expand and contract. Okay. So contract. So it will contract too. So, but it will never be beyond the body. Okay. So that is what it means by coextensive with the body. Sixth point. Enjoyer of the fruits of karmas. Bhokta. Okay. Karta, bhokta. Well, explanation, they will explain karta first and then bhokta and then coextensive. The seventh point is having the world as its abode. Sansar mein hai. Okay. Having the world as its abode. Sansar mein sthit hai. In Hindi also you can refer sansar mein sthit hai. Then eighth one is emancipated or liberated. Siddha hai. Siddha. And the ninth point is of the nature of darting upwards. Okay. The soul by nature has this tendency to move upwards. Okay. So all the monks who were meditating and they manifested omniscience knowledge and subsequently they got liberated. They got liberated from the same place they were meditating on. So in that sense, all the places that are there in this universe, from each of these places, each of these space points, once some of the souls or one of the souls has gone to liberation. Okay. So they move straight above. They don't deviate. Okay. But when they want to take birth from say here Bharat Chakra to Vida Chakra, so first they go up, then they have a curve and then they reach that designated place and then
Sir,
they
we
come
can't hear
down
you
straight.
properly.
Okay.
Your voice is breaking, sir.
I
Your
think
voice is breaking,
there
sir.
is some internet problem today. I think.
No, sir, I can hear you clearly.
Okay. So some of you are having internet problem. It's raining
Sorry.
It's raining in Mumbai now.
Exactly.
So during rains, there is some internet problem always there. Okay. So we have noted down 9 points. Now each would be explained in the next coming stanzas. One more thing about this book is that always the next verse starts from a fresh page. So third would be on page number 6. Okay. So now Soumya, you read the verse in Sanskrit and then the English version.
Okay, sir. Sir, can we go to the third stanza?
Yeah. Page number 6. Yes.
पिक्काले चदुपाणा इंद्रिय बलमाउआण पाणोय ववहारासो जीवो निच्छयणय दुचेदना जस. English meaning also, sir?
English, yeah.
From the empirical or phenomenal point of view, Vyavhar Nay, that which is living at present will continue to live in the future and was living in the past through its four principles of organism, pranas, that is strength, bal pran, senses, indriya pran, duration of age, ayu pran, and respiration, uchwas, neswas pran, is the jiva. From the transcendental or nominal point of view, that is nishchay, that which has consciousness is the jiva.
Good. So you see, empirical or phenomenal is conventional point of view. So we use standard terminology. For say Vyavharna, it will always be conventional point of view. For Nischayna, it will be real point of view. Okay. But different authors have used different words, although they mean the same, but we would like to use the standard terminology. Okay. So from the conventional point of view, that which is living at present will continue to live in the future and was living in the past. Tik kale, all the three times, past, present, and future, through its four principles of organisms. So this is the first point, that characteristics of soul that we are discussing, and that was jiva. So jiva was first. So who is a jiva? So from the conventional point of view, a thing, a substance which is existing all the three times and who has got these four principles of organisms, okay, called pranas. Pranas in Hindi, okay. So these pranas are of four types. So senses, age, respiration, and the first one was strength. Okay. So strength is bal. Strength is bal. And this is again, this could be of three types: man, vachan, and kai. Okay. So minimum the soul could have would be 4 pranas and maximum would be 10. So minimum 4 already mentioned here. Bal, strength. So one sensed being will have which strength? Mind, speech, and body. One sensed being will have body. Okay. So that is the pran. Then senses. So one sensed being has only touch sense. Okay. So one sense. There are 5 senses, but out of these 5, one sense being would have 1. And duration of age. So one sense being also have duration of age. So that is there. Duration of age is 1 for all. Okay, it is 1 only. And respiration is also 1. Okay. So 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, 4. Minimum 4 for a one sensed being. Now can you apply, and how many would be a two sensed being? How many pranas? How many principles of organisms a two sensed being have? Soumya.
Sir, two sensed being will have 5.
6.
6,
touch and taste.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Do indriya will be touch and taste. Okay. Then taste is there, so vachan will also be there.
Yes, sir.
So 2 plus 2, 4. And duration of age is 1 for all. And respiration is also there for all living beings, common. Okay. Duration of age and respiration is common to all. Now 3 sensed will have one more, 4 sensed. So now we go to the maximum, 5 sensed being with mind. Okay. He will have 10 senses. Okay. 3 strength senses, because we have mind, speech, and body. Then 5 senses we have. So 5 plus 3, 8. Duration of age and respiration. So it is 10. So it could be anywhere between 4 to 8. Okay. But we are discussing Jeev as a general. So we have to mention everything. So minimum would be 4, maximum 10. Now from the real point of view, what is a Jeev? Okay. So from the transcendental or nominal point of view, that is Nischay. So we have a very standard word for that, real point of view. That which has consciousness is the Jeev. Now this consciousness means again 2 qualities. So consciousness would be explained, but this is the quality, this is the characteristics of Jeev from the real point of view. So first point is clear, Jiva. Okay, so Jiva is clear. Now the second point coming up, verse number 4. Upyog adhikar. Upyog, active consciousness. Okay, so second characteristic is active consciousness. Again, from the conventional point of view and the real point of view. Okay, Rekha.
उवो दुव्यपयो दंसन नाणं च दंसनं चदुधा चक्षु अचक्षु ओहि दंसनमघ्घ केवलं नेयम्. Upyog is of two kinds: perception, darshan, and knowledge, gnana. Perception, darshan, is of four kinds: ocular perception, chakshu; non-ocular, intuition, achakshu; clairvoyant perception, avadhi; and perfect infinite perception, kevala.
So we have done active consciousness chapter in Vitrag Vigyan 2. So I'm not repeating, you know all. Upyog is active consciousness. You want to write, you write down Upyog is active consciousness. So it is of two kind, perception and knowledge. And again, further divisions. Perception has got 4 divisions and knowledge is coming up in the next verse. That is verse number 5. Knowledge and its subdivisions. Okay. Soumya is there?
Oh, sir.
Okay. Then Pratibhaji.
I'm going to try this. I don't know if I'll be able
You
to.
can leave it. You can leave it. I will read for you. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Ranam Athaviyapam Madisudhi Ohi Anananani Manapajjava Kevalamavi Pachakha Parokha Bheyam Cha. Yeah.
Knowledge is of 8 kinds: a sensory knowledge, Matigyan; scriptural knowledge, Shrutagyan; clairvoyance, Avdigyan. 4 to 6. These 3 sensory knowledge, scriptural knowledge, and clairvoyance may also be erroneous knowledge, Kumati, Krushati, and Vibhanga Avadi. When these coexist in the soul with wrong belief, telepathy, Manalpariyai, Jnana, and omniscience, Keval Jnana, knowledge, consciousness, can also be divided into direct, Pratyaksha, and indirect, Paroksha knowledge.
Okay. So you all know these divisions. The knowledge has got 8 subdivisions. Okay. Out of these, 3 are false scriptural knowledge, false sensory knowledge, false scriptural knowledge, and false clairvoyance. These 3 are false, and then 5 we have the right one. That is sensory knowledge, scriptural knowledge, clairvoyance, telepathy, and omniscience. Out of this, the first 2 are indirect knowledge. Okay. And the last 3 are direct. Okay. Clairvoyance and telepathy are partial direct, and omniscience is complete direct. Next, verse number 6. Maltiji. Now, what is the characteristics of Jeev that is being explained here? So, 3 words for Upyog, active consciousness. Okay. 4, 5, 6. You'll be able to read, Maltiji? Amita ji. I will read for you. Or you will read the Sanskrit one?
I can try, sir.
Oh, good.
Atthachadunanam dansanam. Sorry. Atthachadunana dansana samanam jivalakhanam hanindam vavahara sudhanaya suddham una dansanam nanam. From the empirical point of view, Vyavarnaya, 8 kinds of knowledge and 4 kinds of perception are generally said to be the possessions of the soul. And from the pure transcendental point of view, Suddha Nishchanaya, soul's distinctive characteristic is pure knowledge and perception.
So from conventional point of view, 8 kinds of knowledge and 4 kinds of perception. And from the real point of view, pure knowledge and perception. So everywhere it would be from 2 perspectives. The next 7. Pile. This is the third characteristic coming up. Incorporeal. Okay. So we have covered 2. First one was about souls, 4 principles of 4 principles of organisms, pran. The second was about upyog. Now third is incorporeal, amurtikatva. I will read Hindi for you, the Sanskrit one.
Yes, please.
Varna rasa panchagandha do fasa atnichiya jive ro santi amutti tado vyavahara mutti bandhado.
As per transcendental point of view, Nischayane, the soul is divided of 5 colors, 5 kinds of taste, 2 kinds of smell, and 8 kinds of touch, and therefore it is incorporeal. When it is sullied with the karmic dirt, only then, from the empirical point of view, Vyavharne, the soul is said to be having corporeal form.
So, from the real point of view, the soul is devoid. Okay. So 5 colors and all these are the attributes of a matter substance. Okay. Soul doesn't have these colors, taste, anything, right? So there are 5 colors. So we are looking the characteristics of the soul. So now this is being said from the negative side, that soul is devoid of these 4 qualities. Spars, ras, gandha, varn. So spars is 8 kinds. Okay. So 8 kinds of touch. Then we have 5 kinds of colors, 5 kinds of taste, and 2 kinds of smell. All put together is 20. Okay. And therefore it is incorporeal because it is devoid of these things. When it is sullied means polluted. Okay. When it is polluted with the karmic dirt, only then from the conventional point of view, the soul is said to be having corporeal form. Okay. So from the Vyavharne, it has got karma, it has got body, everything from the karmic point. But from the real point of view, it is devoid of all these things. Now, the next, fourth characteristics, doer, karta adhikar. Madhuji. Not there. Okay, she is left. Malti ji, are you there?
Yes, of course.
Yeah. So last time only I called you, but you didn't. I think
So I'm in Bangalore in somebody
Oh.
else's place. So there's a lot of
Okay.
disturbance.
Okay. Good that you find time to attend the class. That's
This
good.
was interesting. I really wanted to attend and understand.
Yeah.
Pongalatam madinam katta Vavaharidodnichayado Chedanakam Manada Sudhanaya Suddhabhavanam. From the empirical point of view, Vyavhar ne, the soul is said to be the producer of karmic matter, like knowledge obscuring karma. From the impure transcendental point of view, Asuddha Nishchay, the soul is responsible for its psychic dispositions, like attachment and aversion. But from the pure transcendental point of view, Siddh Nishchay, the soul is consciousness, pure perception, and knowledge.
So if the soul is a doer, then it is doer of what? So they have said from two perspectives. From the real point of view, soul is the doer of pure perception and pure knowledge. Okay. If you want to say soul is a doer, you tell him the soul is a doer of pure perception and knowledge. And from the conventional point of view, the soul is said to be the doer of karmic matter, like 8 types of karmas, jnana, varana, darshana, varana, all. Okay. Knowledge obscuring karma, perception obscuring karma. Then we have deluding karma and obscuring karma, or not obstructing karma. Okay, obstructing karma, antray karma. And then we have 4 non-obscuring karmas, non-obstructing karma, non-obscuring karmas. These are 4 are nam karma, physic forming karma. Then we have ayu, lifespan determining karma. Then we have gotra, status determining karma. And then we have vedniya karma, feeling producing karma. Okay. All these are belonging to the soul from the conventional point of view. Okay. Soul is said to be the doer of this. So, so these are the two perspectives. If the soul is a doer of what, and then similarly we will also relate to enjoyer. Karta, then bhokta, enjoyer. So enjoyer of what? So again, two things. One from the real point of view and one from the conventional point of view. That is the next characteristics, verse number 9. This is the 5th characteristics among the 9 characteristics that we are going to discuss about the soul. So soul is a enjoyer of what? That is verse number 9. Roshni ji.
Sir, should I read?
Yes.
Okay. Vavahara suhad dukha
Come.
Suhadukam Pugala Kamalapam Pame Jeti Pamam Jeti
Pabum Jedi.
Pabum Jedi
Ada. Ada is Atma.
Ada. Ada
Nichayarado.
Nichayarado.
Real point of view. Chedan bhavam.
Chedan bhavam sukha adasa.
Khud sukh nahi. Khu.
Oh, khu adasa.
So gradually we'll learn. Yeah.
Yes. From the empirical point of view, Vyavaharne, the soul is said to be the enjoyer of the fruits of karmas in the form of pleasure and pain. But from the transcendental point of view, Nishchayne, the soul experiences only consciousness, chetna, concomitant with perception, darshan, and knowledge, gyan.
So again, very clear from the conventional point of view, soul is the enjoyer of fruits of karmas, and from the real point of view, soul experiences only perception and knowledge. Okay, perception and knowledge. Janna, dekhna. This is the original nature of soul. But we have forgotten our original nature and we have become a doer. Right? So that is where the main problem is. So if you want to become still an enjoyer, then you can only enjoy your own attributes like perceptions and knowledge. Okay. So this is verse number 9. Now, 6th point coming up. Swade parimanatva adhikar. The soul is embodied in the body. Okay. It cannot go beyond the body. Exceptional cases are there, and that is called samudghat. Samudghat. Samudghat is a process by which the parts of the soul substance goes out of the body and it performs a special task and then again come back. So those are exceptional, and these are 9 types. So if you see the Hindi book, all the 9 types of samudgat is mentioned in that Hindi book. We don't want to go in that details, but this is an exceptional, but it's not mentioned here in the English book. So we will not, the original text does not mention about the, yeah, it's mentioned here. Okay. 1 minute. 10th, yeah, it's mentioned here, samudgat. Okay. So samudgat is what? Expansion of the spatial units of soul. It's given in the next page that we will see. So this 10th number verse, who will read? Jia. I am reading the Sanskrit part, so you can just read what the English one. Anuguru deha pamano uvasanhara pasapado cheda asamudo vavahara nichayaido asankade va. English.
From the empirical point of view, Vyavahane, the soul, in states other than that of Samudghat, due to its capacity of expansion and contraction, is coextensive with the physical body that it inhabits. But from the transcendental point of view, Nischay, the soul has innumerable space points.
So from the real point of view, soul has innumerable space points. Asankhyaat pradesh. Okay, space points is pradesh and innumerable is asankhyaat. Okay, but from the conventional point of view, soul remains coextensive with the physical body that it inhabits. Okay, so in elephant it will expand, in ant it will contract, but the number of innumerable space points will remain as it is. Now this state of samudgat is an exceptional case where it means the expansion of the spatial units of soul beyond the, it goes out of the body. Okay, and it performs a certain task and then again it comes back. Okay, so there are 9 different spatial types, although it's a bit interesting, but it's not given in the English one, but you could refer the Hindi one. So it's given in the footnote. So one is because of the first one is Vedana Samudgat. I'm just explaining in one line. That means when you are experiencing extreme pain, okay, then also this happens. Then the second one is because of passions, intense passion, like Dipayan Muni, okay, this happens. The third is Vikriya. Vikriya is different types of activities, a body, a special kind of activities that a body can do. We have seen the story of Vishnu Kumar Muniraj, okay, Raksha Bandhan. So because of that Vikriya Riddhi, he could expand his body, you know, Vishnu Kumar Muniraj. And he said, I want 3 steps. So king said, okay, I am granting you 3 steps. And then he expanded his body, and in the 1 step only, he completed the whole, covered the whole earth, you know. So that is called a spatial quality, Vikriya Riddhi. In that case also, the soul's space points goes out and again come back. Then at the time of death, you know, the soul is still inside the body, but some of its space points goes out to the place where he is supposed to take birth, and again come back. Okay, this is called Marnatik Samudghat. Then there is a Tejas Sarir, Tejas Samudghat. So when you are transmigrating from one state of existence to another state of existence. Example, you are moving from a human life to the next birth of a celestial being. So in between there is a time lag of 3 samay, not seconds. Okay, in 1 second there are infinite samay. So 3 samay, 3 moment. Okay, in that 3 moment, 2 bodies exist along with the soul. One is Tejas and the other is karmic. Okay, so this is again another kind of thing. Then we have Aharak. So this is only a special case for a monk, okay, who has got special qualities, who is in the 6th stage of spiritual development. And if he has any doubts, so that doubts would be solved by a small body coming out of his head. Okay, white color, small doll-like creature, okay, that will come out of the top of the head, and it will go and get the solution and again come back. Okay, so this is called Aharak. This is only related to a monk only who is in the 6th stage of spiritual development.
So where it will come out and go where?
It will come out and go to a place where his question would be answered, like to a monk, to a different monk, or it could go to a samosarana also, you know, anywhere from where he would get that solution.
Is this very common among monks?
No. These are all very rare kind of things. The 7th is the Kevli Samudgat. So your lifespan is going to end. You have already manifested the omniscience knowledge. Okay, you have already manifested the omniscience knowledge, and now your liberation time has come. And still there are some karmas that has to be experienced or enjoyed. Okay, so for that there some special units will go out of the soul and perform those function and come back. Okay, because karma theory says that you will get only liberated when you destroy all the karmas. So to destroy the residual karma, the soul, some parts of the soul space points will go out and come back. So these are the 9 types of, not 9 times, only 7 types. Okay, 7 types of Samudgat. So this are the exceptional case, but we have understood in simple terms. Now the next, 11th. 11th is number 7, that it is existing in the world. Okay, the soul is existing in the world, and the next would be liberated soul. Okay, so 7th number is it exists in the earth, in this universe. So souls having earth, water, fire, air, and plants for their bodies are various kinds of immobile beings, Thavar. Okay, immobile, one-sensed being. Earth body, water body, fire body, air body, and plant body. Beings, Sthavar Jivas, that possesses one sense only. And then we have Tras Jiv, the mobile beings. Okay, Tras Jivas, starting from two sensed being to 5 sensed being. So conch is it's a sea creature, the shell of a sea creature. Okay, it is also called shellfish, sunk. The mobile beings, thrust jeeves like conch, etc. So conch is maybe 2 sensed, then there are some 3 sensed. These were all mentioned in the Chedala, 2 sense, 3 sense, 4 sense. Progressively possesses 2, 3, or 4, and 5 senses. So soul in the world, a worldly soul will have 2 types, are of 2 types. One is Sthavar, other is Tras. Sthavar is 1 sensed being, Tras is 2 sensed to 5 sensed being. Now the next, 12th. I didn't read the Sanskrit one, so I will read the Sanskrit one also. Pudvijalate, Pudvijalate uvau, Vanapardi vivivathavere indi, Vigati gachatadupachakha, Tas jiva honti sankhadi. Now the 12th one. Samana amananeya panchan panchindiyarimana pare savvem ma. In the last savvem. Badar suhumendi savve pajjat idraya. The 5 sense jivas are, so we discussed about 1 sensed, then 2 sensed, 3 sensed, 4 sensed, and 5 sensed without mind. Now we are considering those souls who have 5 sense plus mind. Okay, so the 5 sense jivas are categorized as those with mind and without mind. So with mind is sangi, rational beings, and then we have irrational beings, those we have without mind, asangi jivas. Okay, rest all are jivas without mind. Okay, so 1 to 4 sense are compulsorily without mind. Among the 5 sense, there are some souls with mind and without mind. And in some animals like snake and frog, there are both kinds of with mind also and without mind also. So you can have a frog with mind and without mind. You can have a snake with mind and without mind. But nevertheless, they both are 5 sense beings. So rest all 1 to 4 sense beings are without mind. The 1 sense jivas are categorized as gross, badar, and subtle, sukshma. Okay. So sukshma are those jivas which anybody can pass through. And this badar, they are gross jivas and you cannot pass through gross jivas. Okay. All jivas are further categorized as having attained completion, paryapta, and not having attained completion. So these completions are from 6 parameters. Okay. If these are mentioned here, okay. So in the footnote, you can see the divisions. Gross is badar nam karma. For 1 sense being produces a body that is fettered by matter and therefore requires a substratum. Okay. The second one is subtle, nam karma. For 1 sense being produces a body that is unfettered by material things. Okay. So you can pass on through. Okay. But the gross one you cannot pass on through. So it is fettered by matter. Okay. And does not hinder movement of other objects. Okay. So subtle beings does not hinder movement of other objects. Whole universe is the place for their existence. So these are subtle living beings. The next one is, thus there are 14 kinds of jivas, jiv samas. Okay. 1 sensed. Among 1 sensed again there is badar, paryapt, badar, aparyapt. Now, what are these 6 types of this completion of the body is being explained. So, completion and without completion. So, there are 6 parameters. It starts with the first one and then the second one comes in, the third one comes in, and in between there are many living beings which cannot complete these 6 phases and they die before that. Those are called aparyapt. And then there are some which will complete. So these are called paryapt. Now, what are the 6 factors? The first is taking in the molecules to form the body, ahar. So ahar is the first factor. The second is the development of the body, sarir. then development of the sense organs, indriya, then development of the respiratory organs, then development of the vocal organs, and then development of the brain or the mind. So this is a gradual development. First, you will develop only the ahar, okay, taking in of the molecules to form the body, that is ahar. Then body will come, then the senses will be developed, then gradually the respiratory organs will be developed, then the vocal organs would be developed, and then development of the brain. That which prevents the full development of these 6 kinds of completion is the name karma of incompletion, aparyapt. So the one who will not complete this 6 kinds are called aparyapt, and one who completes are called paryapt. So these are the different divisions of a living being. Okay, a living being from the conventional point of view can be described in many ways. So here 14 is mentioned. Then there is another way by which you can make a division of 19. Then again that 19 with permutation and combination could be extended to 57. Then again that will be extended to 402. Okay, so these are the different kinds of living beings. Okay, so all this is explained in Gomatsar Jeevkand that we will study in the 10th semester. But I have given you an idea that soul could be explained in many ways from the conventional point of view. So there are other types of divisions of soul, living beings. These are being discussed in the 13th. Maggana gunagthane hiya chaudasi havanti tah ashuddhanaya Vineya sansari Sauveshu dahu sudnaya. The transmigrating souls from the conventional point of view are of 14 kinds based on the method of inquiry into their nature, Margana Sthan. What is a Margana Sthan? Those states or condition in which the jivas are found are known as marganas. So all the 14 divisions of marganas can exist simultaneously, but there are another 14 kinds of jivas, okay, which is based on their stage of spiritual development called gunasthan. So that could be one at a time. So Gunasthan would be one at a time, but Marganasthan could be 14 at the same time. Now, what is this 14 Marganasthan and what is this 14 Gunasthan? So 14 Gunasthan, every one of you know, right? We had a chapter in Tattvagyan part 2, okay? So that you know. But Marganasthan, you have not studied. It will be taught you in detail in Gomatsar Jeevkand. But now we will just have the names. So it's given in the explanatory notes, you could see. One is state of existence. So a soul will exist in one of the state of existence. Either he will be human form, subhuman form, celestial being, or hellish being. Okay. So Gati Margana will always be there. Then he will be also in one of the senses. Either he is 1 sense, 2 sense, 3 sense, 4 sense, or 5 sense. He will be in some kind of body. Okay. Then he would be doing some kind of activities, Yog Margana, the threefold activity of the body, speech, and mind. Out of these three, one would always be there. Okay. Then we have gender, masculine, feminine, or common. So you will be in one of these things. Then passions. So a worldly soul will have one of the passions running out of the 4 major passions. Okay. And one of the minor passions or quasi passions. Okay. So there are 9 kinds of quasi passions. So one of these quasi passions will always be running. Then the 7th point is knowledge. Okay. So either you have sensory knowledge and scriptural knowledge, or you could have clairvoyance knowledge, telepathy knowledge, or omniscience knowledge. So one of the knowledge will always exist. And then we have 5 false knowledge also. So among the 8, one kind of knowledge will always be there with the soul. The restraint, sanyam margana, consists in observing the rules of conduct. Restraint come non-restraint and non-restraint. So there are 3 categories of souls. One is non-restraint, no restraint, okay, non-restraint, asanyam. Then one is observing the rules of conduct. So these are completely restrained. And then there are restraint come non-restraint. So 3 types of categories. Then we have perception. So 4 kinds of perception categories. Any of the 4 would be there. Then we have thought complexions, Lesya Margana. So there are 6 divisions of Lesya Margana. Vibratory activity of the soul colored by the passions. Okay. It is of 6 kinds. So one of these would be always there. Then the 11th point, capacity of salvation. Okay. Bhavyata Margana. A soul can be termed bhavya or abhavya, capable of getting liberated and incapable of getting liberated, according to its capacity or incapacity for salvation. Then we have right beliefs. So one of these would always be present. So we have 3 right beliefs and 3 wrong beliefs. Okay. So right belief is opshamic, shaik, and shayopshamic. And the wrong one will be samyaktva prakriti, 3 parts of wrong belief. So one is slightly clouding right belief, samyaktva prakriti, wrong belief, mithyatva, and mixed right and wrong belief, samyak mithyatva. So these are the 6 divisions of right belief. Then we have mind. 2 kinds of transmigratory souls are those with or without mind. Then we have assimilation of matter, ahar margana. Ahar is taking in of matter fit for the 3 kinds of body and the 6 kinds of completion. Okay. The 3 kinds of bodies are gross body, physical body. Then we have transformable body of celestial beings and infernal beings. And we have projectable body emanating from a saint. The 6 kinds of completions we have already understood in page number 38-39. So these are 14 marganas. So all the 14 marganas are present at one moment, every moment. Okay. But spiritual stages of development will be one at a time. And all the 14 names are also given in the explanation. But we are not going to repeat because you are familiar. We had understood this in a detail in a chapter in Tattva Gyan 1 or 2.
So what does this sentence mean? The soul may thus be aharka or aharka. Soul doesn't take in anything, right?
Right, but from the conventional point of view, okay, ahar margana. Ahar is in taking of matter fit for the 3 kinds of bodies and 6 kind of completions. Okay. Because the body is made of ahar. So when the soul first comes in the womb, how the body develops, right? So there is a union of male and female. With that, it forms a mass, and there the soul takes birth. Okay. And then as you take food, as the mother takes the food, the body keeps on developing. So our whole body is because of the food that we have taken in. You know? And then when the soul dies, the body gets burnt out. It turns into ashes. So it's just transforming of matter happening. Okay. And soul is getting the associations and dissociation, associations and dissociation. Soul in itself is complete in itself, and it is quite distinct from the body always. So spiritual stage and margana stage, this was also very important. So we'll have still 14-15 minutes left. So we will still continue. 14th one. So here 8th and 9th characteristics are said together. Okay, 8th one was about the liberation, and 9th one was about the upward nature, moving upward nature. Okay, urdhva gamanatva swabhav. So the liberated soul, first we will read the verse. Nikkamma atguna kinchuna charam dehado siddha lo yagga gatidanichya uppav uppadavayehi sanjutta. The liberated souls, siddha, are rid of 8 kinds of karma. They have got rid of 8 kinds of karmas. They have destroyed the 8 karmas, and they have manifested 8 qualities, possessed of 8 qualities, having a form slightly less than that of the last body. Okay, so Adinath Bhagwan had a body of 500 dhanus. So soul of Adinath Bhagwan in the Siddhalaya would be slightly less than 500 dhanush. Okay, very huge body. And the Mahavir Swami's height was only 7 feet. Okay, so his body would be slightly less than the 7 feet. Okay, so this is how the bodies are stationed, the soul bodies are stationed in the Siddhas, in the Siddh Sila. So having a form slightly less. Why it is slightly less? Can anybody give logic? Soumya knows it. Yeah, Soumya. Because of the gaps covered here in nose, we have some gap. Then in ears, we have some gap. So all those gaps gets covered up. The soul contracts little bit. So the body in the liberated state is always slightly less than the existing last physical body. Okay. Having a form slightly less than that of the last body. Reside eternally at the summit of the universe, that is Siddh Sila, and characterized by origination and destruction. So evolution and extinction. Okay, evolution and extinction. It keeps on happening of the modification every moment, and still the soul remains as unchangeable. Okay, so the liberated soul is stationed there in the Siddh Sila, summit of the universe, and it's evolving every moment. Now, what
are the 8 qualities of Siddha? I know it's Keval Gyan.
Yeah. So infinite knowledge, infinite perception, infinite bliss, infinite energy. Then we have 4 because of agati karma. In the absence of nam karma, it is sukshmatva. Okay. And in the absence of ayu karma, it is avgahanatva attribute. Then avgahanatva means accommodativeness. Sukshmatva is subtleness. Okay, attributes of subtleness. Then we have aguru lagutva. Because of gotra karma, the gotra karma has been completely eradicated. So attribute has been developed called aguru lagutva. Okay, that means the soul is never big or small, it's always the same. And one we have, the last one is because of Vedniya, it is avyabhat sukh. Okay, so I will share a chart where 8 karmas, which are the karmas that have been destroyed and which are the attributes that has been developed, that I will share. Okay.
Thank you.
So one thing that has not been mentioned in the English is about urdhva gaman swabhav. Okay, so this was mentioned in the second verse where we have mentioned, but here again they have missed out. So this is the limitation. Okay, and the nature of darting upwards. Okay, So 8 and 9 are together. In Hindi, it is there. Okay. But in English, they have missed out. Nature of darting upwards. So Udva Gaman Swabhav. It's written in Hindi. So nature of darting upwards. I think why it has been missed here. So it has been missed here. Okay. So whenever we write something, there is a responsibility that we should correct it again and again. So in our translation team, even after reviewing twice, I have also done the corrections, and then it has been again reviewed by 2 people before me, and still you will find some mistakes. So we should be very careful when we write something. Nature of darting upwards. So this was missing. So we have now completed the 9 characteristics that we mentioned in the verse number 2. Okay. So that has been done. Now we will move on to, I think, non-soul. So soul is complete. So now we have to move to the non-soul. If you read the explanation, you will understand the nature of darting upwards, and at the top of the world, at the top of the 3 world is the 8th earth called Ishat Pragbhar. There the liberated soul are stationed there. Okay. So now the 15th one is about non-soul elements. So 15 to 27 would be non-soul elements, but we would be covering only few of these. Okay. So I'm not reading the Sanskrit one. I'm just reading the English part, and we will move on. Again, matter, the medium of motion. So for all the 5 substances are mentioned here. Matter, Pudgal, medium of motion, medium of rest, space and time should be known as non-soul substances. Matter is a material object since it has qualities including form, and the remaining are without form. So matter has got all the 4 qualities: spars, ras, gandh, varn, and the remaining are without form. Amurtikatva. 16, verse number 16. All long explanations. 16. Pudgal Dravya ki paryay. Okay. So there are 10 modification of a matter substance. Now what are these 10 modifications? Sound, union, minuteness, grossness, form, division, darkness, image, cool light, and warm light are the modes of matter. So these are mentioned. If you want to read more descriptions on this, it has been, everyone is explained here in the explanatory notes. You can just have a reading. Okay. Then next, 17th. Dharma Dravya ka Lakshan, medium of motion. The substance dharma, medium of motion, renders assistance to souls and matter in their state of motion. Okay. It is just assistance. Assistance means here it just acts as an instrumental cause. The medium of motion substance does not inspire anyone to move. But if the other substance wants to move on its own, then it acts as a instrumental cause. Okay. So the substance dharma renders assistance to soul and matter in their state of motion, just as water assists aquatic animals like fish in their motion. It does not cause them to move if they are stationary. Okay. So this medium of motion does not cause them to move if they are stationary. But if they want to move, they will act as an instrumental cause. Similarly with adharma dravya. Okay. Next verse, which is 19. Not 19, but 18. We missed out on one. Okay. It was quite below that. So if there are no explanation, then the next word starts immediately. If there is an explanation, then the next word starts from a new page. So what is the characteristics of a adharma dravya? Medium of rest. Okay. The substance medium of rest renders assistance to souls and matters in their state of rest. Just as the shade of a tree assists travelers in their state of rest, it does not hold them back if they are moving. So the last part, it does not hold them back if they are moving. So if somebody wants to move, then medium of rest will not hold him to be stationary. If he wants to remain static, then it can act as an instrumental cause. Now, Akash Dravya, 2 words, 19 and 20, and that's why we are going to finish. Okay. According to Lord Jina, the substance which provides accommodation to substances like souls is to be known as Akash Dravya. So Akash Dravya space substance is giving accommodation to all the other 5 substances. That is soul, medium of rest, medium of motion, matter, and time. Okay. Akash comprises of 2 parts, Lokakash, the universe space, and Alokakash, the non-universe space. This is being explained in the next verse, that is verse number 20. The part of space which contains the medium of motion, medium of rest, the substance of time, the matter, and the souls is the universe space. So universe space is giving space to 5 substances. Okay. Beyond which is the non-universe space. Okay. So beyond that is the non-universe space. So with that, we will end today's class. We will continue next class from 21 onwards. And today there was a lot of other explanations, but hopefully in the next class, we will be able to complete. Okay, I have shared a chart in English about the 6 substances that will also help you to understand the 6 substances from different parameters. Okay, so that also you should refer. We have done that study in Balbodh also, but nevertheless, you do it again. Okay. निज निधि निज में बताई यह अनंत उपकार है उसके लिए जिन वाणी माँ को वंदना सत बार उसके लिए जिन वाणी माँ को वंदना सत बार है 9 times नमोकार मंत्र Kulodat Sangi Jinwani Mata
रानी
ki.
माता की जय। जय
If
जिनेन्द्र।
you have any questions, you can still ask. And those who want to